But I feel like in the spirit of things we should quick save this and fight it on the battle map. I haven't really played an underway battle yet in Warhammer 2, so I have no idea what the new maps look like in the underway. This will be an interesting thing to do. You also have a bunch of these rank 9 archers, so in this sort of choke, they're not going to stand a chance. Honestly, I think this looks pretty similar to Warhammer 1, which is a shame. Still pretty cool. We're just going to have to try and get up onto this land here and fight them off from there. So it's pretty simple to set up Aramir's army. We're going to start the deployment, start the battle, have all his spearmen run forwards, try and get just over the lip of that hill, and then we're going to move up all the archers behind. Illyrian Reavers aren't going to really get a flank on, so we'll just move them up with the rest of our army, and Aramir can fly above. Good stuff. So they're actually moving towards us, I think, because we have a dragon. We do also have the channeling spire, because we're in range of a settlement that gives us that, so we may as well go for the increased power recharge rate and increased power reserves. And we can use that on Ilan Yadara, which is good. Maybe tell her to fire a fireball at someone. You can, so may as well. Oh, that actually did quite a lot of damage. Pretty incredible. My archers are coming into range soon, actually. But I do want them to be on that hill. So I'm just going to let them continue to run forwards.
We will obey. Battle ready.
Okay, let's come forwards. We'll try and kill off like Boogman's Rangers or whatever with Aramir. Well, those Slayers are just dead. Cool. The other thing we want to do is get the Vortex down here. I'm actually going to put it on top of these units, I think. Oh, she has a chariot, which is cool. And there's the Vortex. Good stuff. Charge on down. Yeah, we're going to have to target our archers a little better, I feel. So let's stop targeting that unit of Slayers that's unbreakable and start attacking the units further back. The Rangers, for example. Quarrelers, Quarrelers, Rangers, Rangers, Rangers. Cool. So the Spearmen taking a little bit of damage. Also the Illyrian Reavers have taken a little bit of damage there, but not too bad. What an absolute massacre of dwarves this is going to be. Need to shoot those Rangers and those Slayers, so we'll get rid of those. Let's get Ilan Yadara to put down the tree there. And we may as well do the dwellers below actually as well. So that's quite a good spell. Nice. Well, that pillar's kind of crazy. Gonna go for the Shield of Thorns here as well, for the actual weapon damage and missile resistance. And we do have Fire Breath we can put down into the back of those longbeards with great weapons actually, so let's do that. We'll come in down into the back of them as well with the Tormentor Sword. Nice. We're actually fighting on quite a lot, but that's going to be a chain route. We do absolutely wreck them, and as they run away, they are going to die. Those archers able to pick up tons of kills. But since there are still some Slayers alive, the battle is not won just yet. We're going to have to move over to this left side and deal with those. It's funny because Slayers are supposed to counter large monsters, but not in this case. As Aramir comes along and absolutely wrecks face. Going to give regrowth there to Aramir. Heal him up a little bit. And we will go for the pillar next to her. We get a few more wins from that. Like one dude left. Let's just speed things up. Lovely jubbly. That's victory. We'll end the battle there. Decisive victory. Now it looks like a couple of our spearmen now hitting the unit rank 7, which is fantastic because it gives them the extra buffs from Aramir himself. And with that army destroyed, well, that saves me a lot of time hunting them down. The underway interception was pretty damn lucky. So we're going to take the replenishment from that just so that I can continue and take more of their provinces. We've got plenty of cash actually from just winning the battle in the first place, which is great. And yeah, that reduced their power by an absolute ton. Small army coming round there to attack our other settlement. There is of course already the rebellion. Stygos Empire, they are sending more troops towards Lothern, which is not good. Vampire Coast, they have their last army there now. Gonna go back to the Blood Swamps, try and defend it. Not gonna last long though, as I am just gonna crush them. And we'll take over that settlement, which will be fantastic. So definitely sorting things out today, for sure. Going really, really quite well. Thankfully that rogue army is not moving. That one with like loads of chosen and so on. Because that would be rather frustrating if they were. They just suddenly came and tried to attack me like some sort of chaos intervention. I don't know. Either way, Teclis can destroy the Blood Swamps. That's going to be a quick auto-resolve. And we will occupy that. Lovely.
The taint is spreading.
So leaving the colonnade there is probably actually a good idea, since the corruption is absolutely awful. And I don't feel like we're going to have to necessarily defend that straight away. We can move towards the mortuary of Zulaka, so we're going to do that with Aramir. Go into normal stance. And since he's leveled up, I think we were going to finish off Blade Shield on him. Currently has Bowmaster, Militia Master, which is fantastic for his current army. He's got the immovable force and favourable winds as well. We could maybe give him 3 points in Master Strategist so that when we want to change Spearmen to like Swordmasters of Hoeth, White Lines of Trace and Phoenix Guard, he has the ability to without losing out too much. Because that's the problem we have with Teclis at the moment. He is dedicated to Isha though, so we're probably never actually going to change that. Let's get Blade Shield finished. And Ilan Yadara has leveled up. She's almost level 40. So getting her to finish off scouting is probably the best bet there. And we may as well get the Ward of Hoeth, I think, to finish off. Because there's not much point in leveling up these now. Ilan Yadara is just such a boss mage. She's been there from the start. Price Curse Peak, we're going to get the Watchtower going. We'll upgrade to the Iron Mine. And I'm not sure if there's anything at the Sentinel of Time. It might be worth checking that. Let's go and have our mage wander over here and scout those ruins. Because if that is now a Clanmore settlement, we will want to destroy it.
The Asher are troubled.
We'll upgrade to the Elven Artisan at Kayaks. We have lots and lots of cash, so we can upgrade these buildings. Let's get Occupied Itza leveled up. We can upgrade the Cavern of Mlexigau, which is great because that will allow us to get our level 3 walls. Axolotl can level up as well, which will again allow us to get walls. And at the Dragon Isle, we can upgrade to the Temple of the Syrian, but we don't need to, so I'm not going to just yet. As for Westara, she is still recruiting, 2 turns on that recruitment. I feel like we should kind of finish off our army with some stuff, so maybe some Athilma chariots would be a good shout. Just so that she's not wasting those 2 turns. Because she is going to be a Swordmasters of Hoeth army. And she is going to be like dedicated to Hoeth. Currently she's got Bowmaster, which is good for her archers. I would maybe go for some more Star Dragons as well. But they would take 3 turns instead of 2, and I want her available in 2 turns. So it's either between Tiranoc chariots, Ithilmar chariots, or some other units. Maybe some more Swordmasters of Hoeth or something. Just looking at the attack and defense and like the weapon damage. Honestly, it looks like we should probably use Tiranoc chariots. Just because they're kind of the same as Athilmar chariots and what they do. But they have the ranged capability as well. They are anti-infantry. They have a lot less armor. They have more speed. They have the missiles. They have less melee attack and melee defense. I don't know. What's better? Athilmar chariots or Tiranoc chariots? The Nordhammer says you do not like chariots. No, I hate chariots, but we need something. We could maybe go for like a couple of Eagle Claw bolt throwers, maybe? Or at least one of them. Let's maybe go for 1 Eagle Claw bolt thrower and maybe a Tiranoc chariot as well. Yeah. So that means that we don't necessarily have to use chariots like chariots all the time, which would be good. Yolandi is busy replenishing, which is fine. And I think what I'm going to do, as soon as we've dealt with the dwarves, is actually destroy the heirs of Morcaine. Since we are going to just be able to crush them, we pretty much completely surround them here. So this continent is going to be like entirely ours, which is fantastic. Now Clanmores did fail their ritual, but they're going to be back on it pretty soon. And if I'm not in the right position to attack them again, then they could definitely win out in this campaign. They do have Tor Elisor breathing down their neck, which is nice. And I feel like there isn't actually much left of Clanmores. Like if we jump into the map mode here and we click on Clanmores, we can't actually see them on the map. But I'm pretty sure they don't have many provinces left. Probably have some pretty decent armies, but barely any provinces. Which basically makes targeting them a lot easier. Let's move on to the next turn. Let's go. Trinity says, I hate those bolt throwers. Friendly fire nightmare. It's not that I have them there to actually use. I have them there so that they are forced to attack me because they are classed as artillery. And also they do quite a lot of damage before the enemy actually arrives. It's just when they arrive you have to be very careful. I would have to make sure that they target ranged forces as opposed to anything else. Now, it looks like Ulthuan there is being restored slowly by Lothern. Lothern's taken back Val's Anvil, which is a good start. Bunch of armies down there. Pretty damn strong, honestly, in terms of strength. They're just not in the right places to defend against all of these armies at the moment. Okay, so Nagarond not doing too much. Cult of Pleasure, we might just skip the Cult of Pleasure. I kind of want to see what Clanmores does. That's a Northern army actually destroyed, which isn't good. Let's have a look at where Clanmores is going. I believe that is most definitely a Clanmore settlement. If an agent is popping out of there, that is definitely a Clanmores settlement, so we're going to be taking that out. Ray says, need a cav army. That would be pretty cool, but not today. Not today. We would need a lot of income in order to support that. Oh wow, it was the Lizardmen intervention went and sacked the Sentinel of Time. That's what they were doing. Wow, okay. That works. Right, Zajar Backstab is actually moving down towards that settlement. They're setting up a raiding camp. They're taking their sweet time. That's good. I'm probably going to send Teclis back over that direction because I feel like he's done his job now. Yeah, we pretty much destroyed the Vampire Coast. Now what we can do is just travel over to those Blue Vipers and just wreck them. Sentinel of Time was taken by the heirs of Morcaine. Alright. So, there is an army now just sitting around in our lands, which is kind of annoying. Chipiatol is still under siege. 5 turns until surrender. Alamir is right on top of the mortuary of Zulaka, but we're going to attack Logan Kandum here. And they're actually going to retreat from that, which is quite interesting.
For order, unwise.
I guess we'll just attack the mortuary. And that's going to be an auto-resolve. Simply not worth fighting. And we are going to raise that. We don't want that for ourselves, at least not yet.
How can I assist?
Now, Thorhau Grobby Nutter is going to be the last man alive as part of the Spine of Sotek Dwarves. So already we have destroyed both the Vampire Coast and the Spine of Sotek Dwarfs recently. So that's really good. We can upgrade the Elven Artisan there, and we're going to have Teclis roll over towards maybe Slan Huapek. I think, is that Slan Huapek owned by Clan Moors? I feel like it might be. It might be worth just checking. The other thing we could do is head up to Pox Marsh and take that. Alright, let's move towards Lan Huapek. Yolanda almost fully replenished now, actually. I feel like we get her into a position to take on the heirs of Morcaine. Or she can chase after this Clan Moors army. One of the two. Ricecast Peak is not going to be in a good position for a little while, I don't think. Because it needs the level 3 walls in order to defend itself. Monument of Izatal may as well upgrade to the colonnade here to help with the public order. And the Blood Hall does not need to build that building. Okay. For the Wellsprings of Eternity, we're going to be having a little bit of an issue here because the Sentinels of Zeti rebels are probably going to take the Wellsprings before the Blue Vipers even get there.
My powers are yours to command. My powers are yours to command.
Right, we're going to get Taniska back into Yolanda's army before I forget.
Highborn.
And that's going to force Yolanda to stay where she is. So that is that sorted. We can do our next Vortex ritual. That would be at the Great Turtle Isle, the Sentinels of Zeti, and the Fortress of Dawn. Wow, that's kind of annoying. Why is it all the way over here? Of course, we do have this army kind of defending that, which is fine. But it's really frustrating that we would have to go all the way over there to make that happen. Now, one thing I'm kind of worried about is this Clan Moors army actually moving around and taking the Dustgate, the Forgotten Isles and so on, because they definitely could.
Defender of the Aesir.
One turn until Westar is ready to go, and I guess we should give her a mage actually. So let's recruit a lord, or a hero, sorry.
We are the guardians of order.
Oh, we have insufficient influence to get a 40 cost one, so I don't know. Maybe we should wait. We're already fielding the maximum amount. Maybe it would be worth getting a Sword Master or Lore Master of Hoeth instead. It would pop out at level 6. I just don't feel like
Elven beauty.
they're that good. Like that +3 Untainted is pretty good actually. It's not too bad. Cozy saying could run a deficit like other playthroughs. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Unfortunately. I think I'm gonna get this Lore Master of Hoeth. They give training, which is quite cool. They spread public order and a constant local effect. So as a conquering army, I feel like a Lore Master is actually pretty decent
What do you seek?
to assist.
You seek illumination?
I'd say one issue with them is that they can't get mounts, which is really bad. But they do have a reasonable amount of magic actually saying that, which is pretty cool. They get Earthblood, They get Spirit Leech and Melkos Mystifying Miasma. They also get Wisdom's Wild Form. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I like that a lot. We're going to give him Sword Player. And we'll get the Valor of Ages maxed. Then I should probably go for training up to level 2. Just to help increase the experience from when he joins Westara on her journey. Cool.
I must wait a while.
The Vortex Ritual we're going to ignore for now, and our next technology is underway. Dragon's Bond. Nothing else to do. Let's move on. So trait gained Recruiter actually for Erdothane, which is nice. I believe that reduces recruitment cost, yeah. So if we were ever to, you know, re-recruit units into his army, that would help out quite a bit. The Grond has been occupied by Nagaron. They've sent an army up there to defend against the intervention. It looks like the intervention's just going straight for the heart of Nagaron, but they're not going to win. Not if there's a full stack sitting in that settlement.
And you will pay with your life.
Oh, here we go, boys. Oh boy. This is where the fun begins. Damn it. Oh god. Where are they going to attack me? There must be a reason they declared war. We will see it soon enough. My god. Clan Moors down here. Still hanging around with an agent. I wonder where that Lizardman intervention is now going to go. I guess they will start to travel across the water. I'm glad that Clan Moor's army is moving away from those raised settlements. That's good. Oh, the Great Arena has been sacked and razed. Crazy stuff. Looks like they didn't want to attack that full stack after all. Fine of Sotek Dwarves. Did they just recolonize that settlement? No, I think they just underwayed away. Offsprings of Eternity under siege. Probably going to attack them, honestly. May as well crush that army, it's not that big. And that will give us time to replenish before the rebellion decides to attack us. Necrarch Brotherhood destroying Glittering Tower, which is not nice at all. Not for Lothern at least. I feel like Nagaron and the Cult of Pleasure are going to take over the entirety of Ulthuan before this campaign's finished. Which is not good. Oh no. Oh, this is the Wandering Dead. This isn't the Heirs of Morcaine. Thank God for that. The Wandering Dead's actually pretty weak, so yeah, that's fine. They're going to try and attack the White Tower of Hoeth or Tor Finu, apparently. Followers of Chaos. Moving somewhere. Not entirely sure where. Oh, wow. Did you guys see that? What? No way. The rebellion attacked the Blue Vipers. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's land here, Peck here. It's a main settlement. So it'd be worth colonizing. I'm kind of worried about Zahutek though. If we did do that, we may as well just go for the treasure hunt.